Hello everyone! As you guys can tell by the intro, today I'm going to be doing a Christmas. What up guys? Today I'm going to be taking you guys on with me to the crystal store, and then I'll also kind of explain the crystals and just talk about their benefits for the body and how they affect the body. I have this like huge crystal book. The crystal store opens at like 11, so it's about like 10 o'clock right now. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go make myself a cup of coffee and maybe something to eat. First, I gotta fill this bad boy up. Update. In the last video, I bought this oat milk. I like the oat milk on its own, but to be honest, it did make this coffee taste a little weird. Call me crazy, call me whatever you want, but I put honey in my coffee, and you're probably like, ah, you're canceled. If you guys know me, my house is literally sugar-free. So, but I love honey so much, and it's a lot more nutritious than sugar. That I know for sure. And my honey like that I get is from like a bee farm, like up north, so it's not like the regular honey you'll find in like the superstore, because that honey is like mass produced and like who knows what else they put in there. Right now I currently only have the original almond milk. I wish I had the unsweetened or unsweetened vanilla, but I don't. Okay guys, so this is the crystal book I was talking about. I love this book because it literally has everything you need to know about crystals. Mainly like the basic stuff, which is good for like first timers. And she kind of just talks about like how to meditate with your crystals and cleanse them, and like when to charge them. And then the second part of the book, which is my favorite part, basically she just has like lists a bunch of different crystals, and she talks all about them. She goes into detail into the physical healing, which chakra benefits and where it comes from, and there's like literally like 200 pages of like a whole bunch of different ones. So I love reading through that. So I love this book, I highly recommend it. We are en route to Acacia's Den, is the name of the crystal store. I started getting into crystals maybe like 3 years ago. My experience with crystals is that like whatever intention you put into the crystal, I find that it manifests. I find like rose quartz to be the most powerful crystal. Like if you're how do I say, like if you're searching for self-love, or if you're searching even for like to receive love, I would definitely recommend rose quartz, because I personally like experienced it. And I would recommend to like actually buy like a necklace or like a ring, because you just wear it more often. Because if you just buy the rock, it's kind of just maybe gonna like sit in your room and like collect dust unless you like meditate with it. Some crystals like also don't vibe with like your energy. Like I've had times where like I went to the crystal store and I would take like a crystal and I would kind of like put it against my chest, and I would feel so anxious and I'd feel like so like panicky, and as soon as I would take it away from my chest, that panic feeling would go away. So again, these are stuff that you can't really explain to someone. You have to kind of feel it. Anything you put your energy towards will produce results. For example, if you're studying for a test and you study 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 2 days, 3 days, you're going to do well. And there's no other way. You can't not do well. And that's the same thing with intentions in terms of crystals. If you keep thinking about that one thing, and the crystal's vibration and the color of the crystal, which emits a vibration, also even amplifies that intention, it helps you manifest that so much quicker, because you're always thinking about it. Let's say I wear my rose quartz every single day, and I keep thinking self-love, 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 and I keep wearing it, and I keep putting that intention in. I'm going to keep thinking about self-love. In doing so, I'm going to manifest it into my life. I'm going to find people that are going to help me with that. I'm going to come across books that are going to help me with that. I'm going to have conversations with people that are going to help me about that. You're going to manifest it into your life. literally the craziest stuff just happened to me in there. Like, I don't even know where to start. I'm still so shook. As you guys can see in the last clip, like, I couldn't even like get words to come out of my mouth because I was just so shook. I'd like to start off by saying that I never was really into like tattoos. I mean, I liked how it looked like on people, but I came across this one tattoo or this one symbol that I just really resonated with me, and I'm like, like maybe I'll get this as a tattoo, like who knows. And this other day I was like inclined to draw it on like my vision board. So I drew that like 2 days ago maybe. And I go to this crystal store, and somehow the ladies that were working there were talking about each other's tattoos, and then I kind of got involved, and I'm like, oh, I want a tattoo as well. And they're like, oh, what tattoo do you want? And then I'm like, oh, it's an unalome. And then that conversation basically ended. Okay, so I'm walking around the store, and this girl went to the cashier and she started cashing her stuff out, and she's like, I actually have an unalome tattoo. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, yeah, like I have it like right here, and she showed me on her wrist. I was like, I'm like, what? Like, what? Out of all tattoos in the entire world. Whatever. So that was freaking cool. And then we were talking about like tattoo artists, and we started getting into a little bit more detail, and they were recommending me some people. And like, oh, there's this one guy, like I really have to remember his name. Okay, found him, his name is Peter. And I'm like, okay, and I look at like the screen, Serendipitous, and I was like, oh, like that guy is Lithuanian, like that's so cool. Like, and they're like, they looked at me, they're like, oh, like, are you fluent Lithuanian? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, laba diena, and that means hi in Lithuanian. I'm like, you're Lithuanian? Oh my god, like what? So crazy. All right, I'm gonna get into the haul. I did get a couple gifts for my friends, and I wish I could show you guys because they're so cool, but I can't because they're probably watching this. I'm first gonna start off with the one that I just put on my wrist right away. So this is what it looks like. It is moss green opal. So the moss green opal deals with the heart chakra. So it also helps you deal with situations better by helping you take the emotion out of the situation and kind of seeing it for what it is, which I find a lot of people are like, when they get into arguments, they get a little bit like heated, and basically this dissolves that. And also if you're going through like a recent breakup, or if you maybe lost someone and you're grieving, this stone really helps you in those situations. It like soothes the heart, and it brings you back to like where you used to be before any of this heartache or grieving happens. Basically helps you find your inner strength. And then I got a little Ganesh. The Ganesh is a Hindu god. He is known to remove obstacles in your life. You can even like talk to the Ganesh and just tell them like what your obstacles are, and you ask the Ganesh to heal you from those obstacles and to remove those obstacles. And then next we have Selenite. This just makes you feel so calm. Even just holding it, I just feel like so calm. I can't even explain it. It dissolves blockages. So what a lot of people do is that they wave the selenite across your body, wherever you want to do, anywhere around your body, and it basically removes any blockages that are stuck in your body. And you can also like cleanse like things as well, like maybe your desk space or your workspace. And I'm really glad that I picked this up. Like I just feel like I just want to hold it all day. And then I got Celestite, and I got it in this little ball form. So Celestite is known to bring you peace. Like I remember I bought a piece of Celestite maybe like a year ago, and I just held it in my hand, and as soon as I touched it, I felt this like huge like wave of like calmness and like protected. I felt like really protected, like nothing can harm me. So I like searched it up, and it literally says on Google, when the Celestite touches your skin, it instantly lifts the mood and brings purity to the heart. So like what I felt was real. This is the same book that I showed you earlier this morning, and it has a whole page on Celestite. And again, here it says, if you were to imagine what it would be like to be in the same room as an angel with huge soft wings wrapped around you, that's how Celestite can make you feel. So that's exactly how I felt. So I got this little holder for it so it can like stay up like that. They didn't have the ones on display for sale, like the holder, so she actually gave me a hematite ring. It's a very grounding crystal, which I need. As you can tell, like all of these things are like basically kind of grounding me. Like I'm always in the air, like I'm a super overactive brain. Like I'm always thinking, like I'm always like planning, like I live up here, you know what I mean? And so like the Celestine and Selenite really help me calm down and bring my energy levels down and ground me. And then the Hematite, it does a really great job of grounding you as well. It kind of brings you security. It deals with the root chakra, which has to deal with security and safety. So even if like you're at your workspace and like you find you're getting a little bit distracted, or you just really want to like get in your zone, I would definitely just keep the Hematite right next to you, and it helps you kind of just like stay focused. And I also picked up this like tonic, and it's infused with citrine gemstone. Citrine is really good. It's really uplifting energy. It honestly smells like a crystal store, so like a little bit smoky, but it has like a lemony smell. So I'm gonna spray it right now. Ooh. Okay, so it's more citrusy than it is smoky. Oh, I like this. And the only ingredients here are water, lemon, grapefruit, lime, clementine essential oils, and then citrine gemstone. That's so cool. Oh, there's like a ball in here too. Cool. And then last thing I got for myself is this amazonite. And I just saw it, and again, I gravitated towards it. It deals with the heart and the throat chakra. And basically it just allows you to express your thoughts and your truest feelings without being afraid of judgment, and you kind of surpass that fear of judgment. So let's see what it says in my book. It's actually the first one that comes up here. So yeah, it deals a lot with like new beginnings, courage to speak up, courage to do what makes you happy. So if you're ever like thinking of like doing a new project, or if you're ever thinking of quitting your 9-to-5 job and starting up a new job and doing something that you genuinely like, it kind of like helps you overcome that fear of kind of jumping into the unknown. So here it says it helps you align with projects or a job that excites and inspires you. And this stone basically helps you focus on dedicating time and energy on projects that you like to do and that nourish your soul. So I really like that for myself, especially for my whole YouTube journey. This is new for me, so new beginnings. I'm already having so much fun. The process is what matters, and I'm doing my very best to enjoy the process. I really love filming all these videos for you guys. It makes me feel like this is something that I'm meant to be doing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys learned a few things about crystals. And maybe you guys can go to a crystal store one day yourselves and pick up some things. And what I would recommend is just don't worry about like researching a bunch of stuff before going in. Kind of just go in, feel the vibe, see what attracts your eye, or attracts what just you gravitate towards, because that means your vibration's on the same level as that crystal. And then you can go home and then you can research what it is that you got. And I think that's the best thing. And I'm telling you, 99.9% of the time, it will be the crystal that resonates with you the most. Oh, actually, I am going to do my hair on Saturday. I want to keep my length. I want my hair to go super long, but I want to trim the blondes. You can see like the blonde here. I want to trim it all off because it's all dead, and I bleached the bleep out of it not long ago, and finally all grew back. I want to have like little like side bangs or little like hair here to like frame my face. Kind of like that. Maybe I'll get like curtain bangs. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm gonna do a hair vlog so you guys can come with me. You guys can meet my hairdresser. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.